Ladies, what is a dead giveaway that a guy watches too much porn when you sleep with him? Ducking like he's trying to jackhammer concrete. I'll reuse my comment from another AskReddit thread about guys and porn. Deep throating. I'll give you a blowjob, but don't force it down my throat constantly like in porn. The next morning I think I'm coming down with a cold, but really my throat is chafed for days. Wasn't having sex, but made out with a guy who shoved his hand in my mouth. Like I guess some girls are into finger sucking, but having some dude's unwashed hand stuck in my gob was not fun. Literally tries to ram you in the ass full force thinking it's hot when in actuality all it did was take away my sitting privileges. It's not a race to the finish, dude, calm down. Go easy on my, but it's the only one I got. When they open up to a camera that isn't there, they see man in porn duck from the side, playing open to the camera. So they adopt that method, because girl seems to enjoy, not realizing why he's at that sideways angle. Not as bad as some of the others here, and nothing to do with having sex, but was texting a guy I matched with on Tinder and we were talking about our physiques. I mentioned that my size was DD, and he replied using one of my pictures saying they don't look like double D though. I don't know what to tell you man, but sorry, my real life human DDs don't look like hentai DD sir deet. Typo. If he is a random hookup and tries choking you, or smothering you by covering your mouth and nose, despite you pushing his hands away multiple times. Not like this has ever happened to me. These are the kind of threads where I read about 90% of the comments. Jackhammering you till he finishes. Then asks you if you came, even though he didn't even touch your clit. When a guy rubs the lips instead of the clitoris. I've seen that in porn all the time and I don't understand it. The clit isn't that hard to find at all. Asked to do a deep throat exactly like those pornsters. Says it's not that hard, and forced me, even if I don't like it. Says that it not right. That I must do like them, shows me how to do it. Says that I'm too quiet. That I don't moan, or do dirty talks. TL. Doctor. Compare everything to porn. Want to act like they do in porns. I wanna make you squirt. Proceeds to violently rub clit, like he's vigorously scratching records. He hummed the intro music. These comments are making me not want to have sex. The assumption that I'm going to have Olympic gymnast level limberness. If my knees haven't gone past my ears in a while, I'm going to have to do some stretching first. A coworker's girlfriend would let him wear VR goggles so that he could be banging whoever he saw. His idea of foreplay is you suck his stick. It's been said many times before, but apparently it's still relevant today. Learning to make love by watching porn is like learning to drive by watching NASCAR. BDSM things. Choking. Slapping. Spitting. Name calling. Without asking. Jackhammering hard and long enough to bruise my thighs. Thinking I can ride cowgirl for more than 40 minutes without taking a break. Sex that lasts for hours without anyone coming. Eating me out like a pudding cup. Treating my tits like a bop it. Not being able to look me in the eye. Only being able to finish by jerking off etc. He asked me if I could hold one leg straight up in the air, so we could do it standing up, like I was some sort of circus yoga master. It was one of our first times. It didn't go well. The best way to tell is when they ask for impossibly complicated positions and genuinely don't understand why you can't bend into a pretzel and take a stick in your ass like a human fleshlight edit to add. This is my most popular comment ever, and I didn't wanna go down for this in history, but here we are. When he gets mad at me because he can't make me come. Kisses like a washing machine, pushes your head down when blowing him, wants to choke you immediately during doggy style, wants anal without lube, wants to duck you till you squirt, wants to go from pussy, ass, mouth to any of the others without washing edit. Thanks for award/upvotes, and I think I should have said this before, but communication is key during sex and relationships. Thinking that having a huge stick automatically makes them a sex god. Also trying crazy positions that don't even make practical sense. thinking that ramming your cervix feels good for you, then acts shocked when you roll over and cry from the pain. No foreplay. He touches her for 30 seconds. Sticks a finger in to see if she is wet. Slaps stick on clit. During sex he makes no sound. Comes. Rolls over. Thinks choking means crushing your trachea. When he's disgusted by women who have larger labia, and thinks that it means they've had a lot of sex. Jackhammering everything. No foreplay. Sessions that last hours. Assuming that you like being choked. One of the biggest scares of my life was when a guy I was making out with grabbed my throat out of nowhere. Then said it was force of habit, when I freaked out. I had 2 experiences with guys who said they are finding it hard to come because they masturbate too much. I know what you'll say. Maybe he just wasn't that into it. But I think it's a real thing. I hooked up with a guy who immediately went a little too rough/dominating too quickly. He hooked his fingers in my mouth, threw me around harshly, and just overall didn't care. I was a little uncomfortable with how hard he was doing things. I've seen porns go slower than he did. Copying the grunts and dirty talk, and the occasional slap in the face. It's one thing if this occurs naturally, or the partner has already expressed an interest. But if it's the first time, and they do any of this, it's clear they're acting on what they think they should do, rather than from experience. Some dudes seem to not understand that the best sex involves a connection with the other person, rather than putting on a show. I have no problem with people watching porn. I do too. But porn and real sex are as different as a soap opera and real life, and it feels very weird when someone doesn't seem to get that. Assuming every girl wants to blow them, and be sexually satisfied with just that. Coming on their face or breasts is stimulating enough. The woman doesn't need any pleasure, and dirty talk should include degrading names without asking if it's okay. Treating the clitoris as if it's a doorbell. Loitering around the dryer. Guys like this will try positions that look good on camera, but don't really feel good. They don't pick up signals from their partners either. He comes in dressed as a plumber. This thread is depressing. Asking for anal. Threesomes. Come on your face constantly. Playing the DJ decks a little too enthusiastically. Eating you out for 3 seconds, like they're licking the cream out of an Oreo, and expecting you to come. I'm really surprised pussy slapping hasn't come up yet. Guys that think stimulating you for like a minute is blowing your mind. Asking if you squirt. He brought a fluffer with him. Keeps calling you stepsis. These answers are awesome and relatable and hilarious. Most of the dead giveaways have already been answered emo. So, to make the men of Reddit feel better, here are some cringy ways porn influenced me as a young woman. Cringy dirty talk, faking loud orgasms cause I thought it was normal, and sexy hard and fast tugging hand jobs. Also, no moaning. At all. Like I get it. You're the pinnacle of manliness and men don't make noises ever in porn. But could I pretty please hear you groaning at my neck? Thanks Reddit. Guys. You do not have to moan if you're not comfortable with it. That's the whole point of sex tbh. This comment was directed to people who don't do what they want to out of shame or societal norms. And even so, that's completely okay too. Why aren't you moaning? Maybe cause it's 3 in the afternoon and your roommate is in the next room. Just because your stick enters me doesn't mean I involuntarily start moaning. Goes right for the butthole edit. Thank you for the awards, kind strangers. When you ask for foreplay and he pisses on you. Not washing your hands or trimming your nails before touching/fingering the vagina. Nobody wants your ducking scraggly wizard nails ripping their pussy apart. Anybody ever experience he wants to change positions every 2 minutes? When he insists on buying lemon tree insurance. He was genuinely surprised when he was told that not all girls love giving blowjobs. He thinks spitting on your asshole is sufficient as a warm-up and lubricant for anal sex. When he's uncut and thinks he's ugly. Or when he thinks being a grower and not a shower is a problem. Like, maybe it's just me, but watching the old turtle come out its shell because dude likes me is a huge turn on. He lays his phone on your chest while you're having sex and watches porn. Guys who think watch too much porn reading this thread. Write that down. Write that down. Being critical of normal stuff, like having some cellulite, body hair, or little fat rolls in some positions. I honestly think that, for a lot of men, if they came across women who did not shave, wax, or pluck their body hair, they would think the woman is some sort of yeti or has some disorder that makes them overly hairy. What I've learned from this thread: the bar is on the Floridit. Hey MA. Infamous MA. He brought a cameraman with him. What is with all the comments about men complaining to the girl's face about her cellulite, body hair, stretch marks? That seems unbelievably rude. These comments make me realize how lucky I'm to have my boyfriend. When they can't finish because of desensitizing themselves with their specific grip and pressure. Wait, is that too much information? If I'm checking my watch while being pounded. Also, the jackhammer fingering while asking if I squirt. Or asking for any extreme/unusual positions or acts. Did NSFW for 2 months. Had sex and busted instantly, and the girl thought it was because I watched too much porn. LMAO. Never did NSFW again after that edit. NSFW is a good thing for a lot of people, and I wouldn't be opposed to doing it again. I'd probably just yank it again if I thought I was gonna bang soon. Also, I still try not to watch porn. Spanking it is fine, in moderation, but porn is just bad. When he pulls off his wolf mask to reveal he was actually Skeletor the whole time,